Hello everyone. Welcome to Mr. and Mrs. Gold's YouTube channel. I'm Mrs. Gold, and I'm sorry to say we lost another legend. Today, March 2nd, 2021, we lost a great Bunny Wailer. He died, and our condolences goes out to his family and his friends. This video is to let younger people know who he was and remind people how important he was to reggae music, dancehall, and hip-hop influence, and how much he did for Jamaican culture. So I'm going to read 2 articles, and you guys could just kick back, relax, and listen. And I hope many of you learned something today. Thank you. Okay, so the first article I'm going to read, it comes from Rolling Stone. Reggae icon Bunny Wailer, founding member of the Wailers, has died at 73. Wailers manager Maxine Stowe confirmed his death. Bunny Wailer, a founding member of the Wailers and a reggae music giant whose career spanned 7 decades, has died at the age of 73. Wailers manager Maxine Stowe confirmed that Wailer died on Tuesday at the Medical Associates Hospital in Kingston, Jamaica, via the Jamaican Observer, which is a newspaper in Jamaica. No cause of death was given, but Wailer has been in and out of hospital since suffering his second stroke in 2020. A representative for the musician did not immediately respond to Rolling Stone's request for comment. Wailer bore Neville Livingston. Before adopting his famous moniker, he was also known as Bunny Livingston, was a member of the original Wailers trio with Bob Marley and Peter Tosh. Born April 10th, 1947, in the 9 Mile district of Jamaica's St. Anne Parish, Livingston was a friend of the one and only Marley. From a young age, following the death of Marley's father, Norville, in 1955. Marley's mother, Cedella, lived with Livingston's father, and I'm going to say Thaddeus, in Trenchtown, making Bunny and Bob near stepbrothers. That I never knew. Very, very interesting. While Marley and Livingston were being mentored by Joe Higgs, the godfather, not grandfather, the godfather of reggae, they met Higgs' fellow student Peter Tosh. The trio then ventured to Kingston. Soon after, they were joined by singer Junior, and I'm going to say Braithwaite. If I pronounce it wrong, please let me know. And backup vocalist Beverly Kelso and Sherry Smith. Following a string of name changes that included the Teenagers and the Wailing Wailers, the Wailers aligned with, remember I mentioned this name when I did my last review on U-Roy, so whoever hasn't had a chance, go check that out. Wailers aligned with Coxsone, Dodds Sound System, and Studio One label, which employed songwriters and producers like Lee Scratch Perry and Jackie Mito, and released the Marley-penned Simmerdown, a #1 hit in Jamaica. Braithwaite, Kelso, and Smith soon departed, the Wailers leaving the nucleus of Marley, Livingston, and Tosh intact. that trio recorded the band's debut LP, 1965, The Wailing Wailers, a collection of tracks the band recorded during the mid-60s. The Wailers then went on hiatus as Marley married his wife Rita and joined his mother in Wilmington, Delaware. During this period, Livingston served a year-long sentence for marijuana possession. However, the three principal Wailers reunited upon Marley's return to Jamaica. While Marley and Tosh served as the Wailers' primary singers and songwriters, Livingston played an indispensable role in providing harmonies to the trio's songs. The Wailers next teamed with Perry and his Upsetters for the 1970s Soul Rebels and 1971 Soul Revolution around that time. Livingston wrote and recorded one of his signature songs, Dreamland, a track he revisited when he released his solo LP, Blackheart Man, in 1976.
Life is for children too. Just to be careful of the stranger. Giving candies to children.
A collection of the Wailers songs the trio recorded for producer Leslie Kong's Beverly Hills label was released as Best of the Wailers in 1971. By then, thanks to largely the success of the reggae acts like Toots and the Maytals and Jimmy Cliff, Jamaican music found an international audience, and the Wailers embarked on a UK tour with American reggae singer Johnny Nash. In 1972, the Wailers signed with producer Chris Blackwell, we heard his name in the last video as well, and his Island Records, resulting in their 1973 classic and major label debut, Catch a Fire. Although the album and its similarity landmark follow-up, 1973's Burning, helped propel the Wailers to international fame. Following the release of Burning, both Tosh and Wailer left the group as Blackwell sought to diminish their roles and rebrand the Wailers as Marley's backing up group, as well as scheduling a tour of the U.S. that tested Tosh and Wailer's strict Rastafarian faith. After resigning, Wailer was briefly replaced by Higgs when the Catch a Fire tour did come to America in the spring of 1973. Catch a Fire was later ranked number 126 Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Album list, with Burning placing number 319. That is huge. People are not even doing that today. Following his exit from the Wailers, Livingston, now known as Bunny Wailer, began work on his solo album Blackheart Man while he took a back seat creatively. In the Wailers, the LP allowed Wailer to establish himself as his own artist, with Wailer writing, producing, and singing lead the entirety of Blackheart Man, which also featured contributions from the Wailers band, mainstays and reggae legends like Sly and Robbie and Ashton, Family Man Barrett. The album included songs like Dreamland and Burning Down Sentence, which was inspired by his sentence. Okay, and you can check out the Rolling Stones website to get more on his musical career. Now I'm going to read the article from CBC News, which is Canadian. Bunny Wailer, last surviving member of reggae group The Wailers, dead at 73. Bunny Wailer, a reggae luminaire who was the last surviving member of the legendary group The Wailers, died on Tuesday in his native Jamaica. He was 73 years. Wailer, a baritone singer whose birth name was Neville Livingston, was also known as Jabi. He formed the Wailers in 1963 with late superstars Bob Marley and Peter Tosh when they lived in the slum in the capital of Kingston. They catapulted to international fame with the album Catch a Fire, and also helped popularize Rastafarian culture among better-off Jamaicans starting in 1970s. And here's a quote. Jabi was a vanguard, always pushing the boundaries of expression, whether in song, in style, or in spoken word, said Brian Paul Welsh, a local reggae musician known as Black Hero. There was and can only ever be one Neville Livingston. Credited with popularizing reggae music, the Wailers toured the world and had several hit songs in ska and rocksteady styles, including Simmer Down, Lonesome, Feeling, and Thank You Lord. Along with Peter Tosh, Livingstone eventually left the group to become a solo artist, while Marley began touring with new band members as Bob Marley and the Wailers. Wailer recorded 10 albums, winning Grammys for the Best Reggae Album for Time Will Tell, a tribute to Bob Marley in 1991, Crucial Roots Classic in 1995, and a tribute to Marley in 1997. And as you can see there, it says he received Jamaica's highest honors. As a solo artist, his hit songs included Cool Runnings and Ballhead Jesus. He received several of Jamaica's highest honors, including the Order of Merit and the Order of Jamaica. Wailer died at Andrews Memorial Hospital in the Jamaican parish of St. Andrew of complications from a stroke in July, manager Maxine Style told the Associated Press. His death was mourned worldwide as people shared music, memories, and pictures of the renowned artists. Remember, this is a Canadian article. So just to show you how known he was to other people, other parts of the world, this just gives you an idea. And many of these people who own these companies nowadays, like that are corporate presidents and so forth, they used to listen to reggae back in the 70s when they were like hippies. The passing of Bunny Wailer, the last of the original Wailers, brings to a close the most vibrant period of Jamaica's musical experience, wrote Jamaica politician Peter Phillips in a Facebook post. Bunny was a good, conscious Jamaican veteran. Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness also paid tribute to Wailer, calling him a respected elder, statesman of the Jamaican music scene in a series of tweets. Quote, "This is a great loss for Jamaica and for reggae. Undoubtedly, Bunny Wailer will always be remembered for his sterling contribution to the music industry and Jamaica's culture," he wrote. Singer, songwriter, farmer. While Wailer toured the world, he was more at home in Jamaica's mountains, and he enjoyed farming while writing and recording on his label Solomonic. I think I love the country actually a little bit more than the city, quote, Wailer told the Associated Press in 1989. It has more to do with life, health, and strength. The city takes that away from you sometimes. The country is good for meditation. It has fresh food and fresh atmosphere that keeps you going. The year before, in 1988, he had chartered a jet and flew to Jamaica with food to help those affected by Hurricane Gilbert. Sometimes people pay less attention to those things, food, but they turn out to be the most important things. I am a farmer, he told the AP. He was the third and last remaining Wailer. Marley died in 1981 of a brain tumor, and at 36 years old. Tosh was fatally shot in Jamaica in 1987 at 42 years old. Sleep in power to all three of them. They made such headways in reggae music, ska, dancehall, hip-hop, rocksteady, chatting, you name it, rap. So, our condolences once again. Also, check out the video on U-Roy, who was another great as well. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, hit the notification bell to be updated with new videos, share, and like. Thanks.